I'm Aaron from GameEnthus.com, and this is Mind Up, a hand management game designed by Maxime Rambourg with art from Christine Alcouffe. Mind Up is from 2 to 6 players and was published by Pandasaurus in the US. Let's take a look. Okay, at the beginning of the game, there are 6 sets of these cards. They're all going to give value to the cards that you acquire. They're all pretty much the same. You just kind of pick whatever symbols you want. I picked the cloud, the water drop, and the sun. And then you're gonna ask one player to shuffle them up and then flip them over and lay them out. And that's the order everybody's gonna play them in. So we have 2, 5, okay, 3, 4, and 1. And everybody will put their cards in the exact same order, or else. Well, there really is no or else, but you know, I just put them in the order. Okay, after that, 4 cards are laid out in the center, and you have to put them in ascending order. So we have 15, 17, 43, 44 in ascending order. Then every player will get 7 cards. And how Mind Up works is on your turn, you take a look at your cards, and let me just show you some of the card anatomy. So this card is 58. This means worth 58 points. It doesn't mean that at all. It just means 58. And then it has a +1. And that'll make more sense in just a second. This card, well, obviously it's green. And it's a -1. I think the pink might show up a little bit better. There we go. So the pink is -1. Mind Up is about earning points. And you earn points by placing cards on top of these other cards. And you can only put 1 color per. So the first, and you move from left to right. So the first card you acquire has to go on the 2. If the color you get next is not the same color as the 2, it goes on the 5, and so on and so forth. So each card can only have 1 color in it. So I can't have an orange here and an orange here. That just doesn't make sense. I could have orange here, and if the next card I get is purple, then I put it on top of the 5. Why that matters? If you look at the symbol on top of the cards, you see 2 points for every card, 5 points for every card, so on and so forth. So you're gonna want a lot of cards on these 3. In particular, this one, because every card on this card is worth 5 points. So if I end up getting purple here, I want to get a lot more purples because they're all gonna go here, and they're all gonna be worth 5 points. 1 being at the end means you may never make it to the end because you're probably so focused right around here, at least in these 3 right here. So, but you don't really have a choice. You kind of get what you get. So the first turn is similar to the rest of the turns. You take a look at what's there, and you place a card face down in front of you. And that's sort of a card that you're not really bidding, but you're offering that card up to get a card. So let's say the first turn, you don't have anything, so you don't really care so much. Unless you see something with a negative out there, you probably don't want that. But none of these are negative. And it also matters that all the cards go from, I think, 1 to 60. So that will play a key role. And if you look at the numbers I have here, I'm on the higher end, if you will. So let's say I do have this 1 purple. Let's say I just flip this purple 20 down like that in front of me. All my opponents are going to do the same thing. I'll just pick one at random. So there we go. Everybody will reveal. And of course, I just realized that I put out too many cards. My bad. Okay, we will ignore the fact that I had 4 cards out there. Only supposed to have 3. It's 1 card per player. So the cards you put out, you put them in ascending order on top of the other ones. So we have 20, 33, and 47. Since this player put out the 20, they're going to get this 15. And because this is the first card they're getting, it has to go on the 2 slot. I honestly forget who played what, so I'll just do this and then that. And the cards that were played are going to become the new acquired cards. So now that you have a color, so now that, this player has green, I have orange, and they have blue. So now this card is going to be worth 2 points, but because it has a +1 on it, it's worth 3 points. So it's the 2 points for just having a card on here, and then this particular one this gets a +1. It will work the same way for this green, and then for this blue. Well, I'm sorry, none for you. Well, you get the 2 for having a card there. So this player over here, they're in a pretty good position because they already have blue accounted for. So if they get another blue, it's not the end of the world. Plus, it's also a +2, not too bad. But if they get something else, then it's going to go here, and all these cards are going to be worth 5 points because you can't have the same color. All these are going to be all different colors. So let's say, so they want either the 20 or the 47. So they want to be low or high, but not necessarily in the middle. So they also want to get rid of this -13. So they probably play this one, and I'll choose these others at random, and then we reveal. Oops, I really kind of blew that up. We have 26, 13, and 42. So 13 goes first. Our player placed that there. Then 26, and then 43. This player played the 13, so they're going to get this 20. And because it's a different color, remember the colors go left to right, it's going to go on top of the 5. Now they have 2 colors established. The 26, I think, was played by this player, so they're going to get their 5 points as well for a card. And then this 47 would go here. Now these are the new colors, and everybody's going to look in their hand, and you're going to keep going until you get down to your last card. And once you're down to your last card, you would just place that on the column that corresponds. So if you have something that's worth, if you have a column that's worth 5, you currently have a card that can go there, knowing that your last card is going to you just place it, you don't put it out here. Your last card is going to go wherever the color corresponds, or if it hasn't been met yet, the next one that hasn't been accessed, you would just save it. So this player probably saved this 49 because they can just put it right there and then get another 5 points because it would have to go where the other greens go. And that is Mind Up. You play 3 rounds, and whoever has the most points wins. So after a round is over, you tally everybody's points for that round, and you keep going 2 more rounds, and whoever has the most points wins the game. There are also bonus objectives that you can play, and the rules explain what they all mean. Like I think this one means you would get 2 points. Let me show it over here. This one means you would get 2 points if you have a column with either 1 orange or 3 orange. You would get 2 points. And there's a whole bunch of these. So, they kind of correspond. There's A, B, and so on and so forth. So if you have more pinks, if you have the most pinks, I guess the fewest pinks. I think that's what that means. Yeah, but the rules explain what these all mean. And these are just other ways to score points. When I typically teach this game, I typically just teach like the base. I don't really get into the bonus objectives, but I'm glad that they're there, that you offer a little bit more. That's the game. It's fairly straightforward. You're putting down a card, hoping that you're in, low, middle, or high to get the color you want. I mean, the numbers only matter when you're playing them. Once you get them, it's just the colors. The numbers don't matter at all. The plus or minuses matter, but other than that, so yeah, that is Mind Up. Mind Up is a game that I will frequently bring to local library. They do board game meetups, and I brought this game many times, taught it to many people, and it has always gone over well. I mean, once people understand, you're not bidding, but you're putting cards out there to sort of to vie for things. I mean, it's like bidding, but it's not really. I mean, you're giving up a card regardless, but people really dug it, and I like teaching it. I like playing it. It's kind of game where, you're trying to hedge those bets. You're trying to say, okay, I need the card in the middle. I need the card that's, let me play something in the middle to get something that's in the middle. And that doesn't work out at all because everybody plays stuff that's way higher than you or way lower than you. Just whatever. You don't get the card you want. And that's okay. It's just a fun game. I think 3 rounds is pretty perfect. As far as the more advanced components where you're setting the goals and things, I haven't played with those a whole lot. Not because I don't want to, but typically when I'm teaching people, once I've just taught the base game, I'm always like thinking, should I bother to teach the other stuff? I mean, like I said, that something in the box is great. They're wonderful additions. I just don't really get to it a lot, but that's just, I already like the game. So, you know, if I'm playing with people who already know how to play and they're willing to do it, that's just icing on the cake. So Mind Up is one of my go-tos for people who play games, people who are coming to the library, walking in and asking questions about where's Scrabble, where's Monopoly, where's Clue, and we all just kind of shudder, and then we teach Mind Up. I recommend. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care, stay safe, be blessed.